Hey there. It is Friday, April 24th. Yep, got it. Who? April 24th. 2 days from now will be the 26th. And that will be our 11th anniversary of TG Live, which is when we opened the show on a Sunday afternoon. Matt was here, and we were holed up in the interior office in the house and had 5, 6, 700 people join us over those 5 hours. It was pretty cool. And haven't watched that video maybe ever since it went up. But that was the debut of the Target program. The program we started with 50 whole songs. Anyway, and of course now it's up to over 1,300 or something. We're probably getting close to 1,400 by now. And a lot of people have been with us since day one. We've got some founding members who were on that show or came in and joined us then. So I want to say a special welcome and thank you to folks who've been with us since the ground floor. And a lot of changes happening. As you saw, the forum has been shut down. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. So that's because everything is getting prepped to be, and we have a ton of stuff in the bank. Is that one of them? No. What was that I just tried to play? I didn't do a very good job of it. That is, this day and age when we're sort of like, locked in and things, this is a good time to be brushing up on old stuff. So a little while ago I did try to brush up on that's a song of mine called Tickle Me that I got in a lot of trouble at one point. It was a concert I was doing in Capitola with Keola Beamer, and then we were doing one over here the next day at Montalvo. And I just couldn't get it right. I started it about 3 or 4 times, and it just kept misbehaving. And so it got sent to the corner and taken out of the set list and got replaced by its partner tune. I have 2 tunes from the same era. These are all on El Dorado, I think. Yeah. And they were probably written, I'd have to dig this up, but they were probably written just a couple of days apart, and so I always think of them as companion pieces. The other one is Paprika. Anyway, let me try the next part. Wow, that was totally lucky. I always forget that third part because I never keep that song I never keep that part in very good shape. So anyhow, that was the 2 songs from about 2004, 5, 6, maybe somewhere in there. Maybe at the end of this I'll try to run through the rest of Tickle Me. No, because I got a few things I want to talk about. And let's see, what were they? Something else that did pretty cool that did show up on the forum, and we're going to try to get that back into a place where it's more accessible, was Doug Young's interview with a guy named Aaron Short. I don't know much about Aaron or any of the shows, but it looks like he's getting guitar players involved and doing some things. So I hope you get a chance to take a look at that. We should have it in like, we're going to put that into On the Beat or one of our blogs pretty soon if it hasn't happened already. So that's kind of cool. And going forward, we expect a lot of more new stuff from Doug. Doug's going to be more visible here at TG. So let's see, what else did I want to talk about? I'm missing one big thing, but that's okay. It is the hummingbirds. They're gone. Saturday it happened. Luckily I got most of this on video. I just haven't had time to like put together a cool video of it. And I really like Sandy's suggestion of naming them Mrs. C, Mrs. Cunningham, and Joni and Chachi, because what did happen Saturday that was really cool was, hopefully you've seen the 4-minute video that has them trying to flap their wings. Well, all of a sudden, Saturday morning around probably 10 or 11 o'clock, one of them was gone. And so I got the recorder running because I didn't have it on right then. And in just a few seconds, it showed back up. So, first flight of Joni's, because girls mature faster. So we figured it was the female that probably figured out how to fly before the male. But anyway, and she got back to to a little metal bar there, about a foot away from the nest, but still in camera view. And it looked like she was out of gas and like wasn't quite sure how she was going to get back to the nest. She at least made it back to the rail. And Chachi had just been hanging out on the edge of the nest. Really hadn't gotten any air yet under those wings, but so probably like half an hour later or so, Joni eventually did get back to the nest or the nest side of the things, and about a half an hour later, she took off again, and this kind of panicked Chachi because he didn't know where she was, and so I'm pretty sure, I hope I didn't make this up, but in this video, I really got the feeling that the second bird was looking around kind of panicky, like, where'd you go? Where'd you go? And probably 30, 60 seconds later, something like that maybe, came back and landed on the little metal rail right next to where Joni was. And things were back to peaceful again. Things were back to the status quo. So anyway, got a couple of little videos of at least one of them flying around, Joni, and then about a half an hour later, I did get a picture. I didn't put it up anyway. Got a photograph of the two of them sitting there. And then about a half an hour later, they just flew the coop. Headed off into the backyard, hopefully into a tree nearby there or something. And that was the last we saw of them. Now, the weirdest thing, well, maybe not the weirdest thing, but something that really caught me by surprise, was about a half an hour later, I had this camera still running just because I was hoping they might come back. Mama, Mrs. C, comes back and does a little housekeeping in the nest. Maybe some hummingbird people out there know what this is all about. And I don't think she just came back looking for the kids. I think she knew the kids weren't there. But she came back and just poked around a little bit. Maybe she was picking little pieces of poop out of there. I don't know. Maybe she's trying to have it ready for use again. I'm going to try to keep it up there. It's pretty disgusting because I don't know if I can get the awning off and washed without taking the nest down. So anyway, not an issue to really worry about. And then a couple minutes later, she came back and sort of did the same thing, was picking around at the bottom of the nest. So if anybody knows what the patterns of hummingbirds, keep me posted. So I hope to get that up and live sometime soon. I've got all kinds of other recording projects going on. My music stand here is full of stuff. Future lesson, as you probably know by now. Okay, working on that one still too. And some easy ones. Well, let me see if I can get through Tickle Me first, and then I'll mess around. Then I'll give you another teaser as of something that is like in the pipeline here. See if this is really dumb, because this will never work. This is what Tickle Me is supposed to sound like. Maybe. Nope. All right, second part. More or less. Had to throw in a couple extra measures there because I got lost into what part on the repeat of section A, part 1. Anyway, but it's been fun. That song always makes me feel kind of happy. So hopefully that will carry over. Let's end with a little improv on. Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna go out on a limb, but I'm gonna because I don't know this. Well, never mind. That's getting there. I don't think that's going to really turn into a cool instrumental, but it'll be a fun song to play once we get, if everybody figures out what it is. The mystery tune of the week. I'll come back next week and spill the beans on that one. So long.